Hey guys, MP Carlson here, and today I'm going to be showing you a glitch in Spyro the Reignited Trilogy. And it's a pretty big glitch. It's basically the equivalent of the swim in the air glitch. And it's called the roll in air glitch. And I should point out that I'm not the first person to find it. It was found first by Picobit, as well as a lot of other people who sort of set the groundwork for it to be found. I thought I had discovered it actually until I looked into it later on and realized, oh wait, people have found this already. But only like a couple days out, so if I'd just been a bit more adamant, then maybe I could have been the first person to find this, but never mind. So far I found a way to get to almost every level in Spyro 2 using this glitch. It involves you getting to a place that's out of bounds and then gliding back into a body of water, but below the surface. And then Spyro is put in this weird state where the game thinks he's swimming and not swimming at the same time. And the way to properly solidify it is then by exiting the level and going to the homeworld. And then you're in this weird state where you can't move, but you can roll, and you can use your rolling to control where you go. But the only things that can make you go up and down is the stuff in the level. And most of it makes you go up, so it's pretty difficult to find ways of getting down. But you can't jump, you can't glide, you can't do anything. If you charge, then it just thinks you're charge swimming, but you can't move while you're doing it. You can still flame, and you can still press triangle to do the close look thing. But luckily with the roll, you can sort of maneuver yourself around, and if you can get into a portal, go into another level, then it will keep you in that state in the level. The only time that it will take you out of that state is if you use the guidebook to travel to another level, or if you die. So there is ways to get to almost every level in the whole game, because there is at least one level in each of the homeworld that you can perform this glitch in. The easiest one to do is in Breeze Harbor. This is how I first discovered it. All you have to do is go to this area right at the start, don't kill the land blubber, and just flame the logs, and then go down onto this step. And then what happens is the water level rises, pulls you up, and then the land blubber puts the water out, and the water goes down, and it pulls you through the step. And then all you've got to do is maneuver your way around and glide around back into the body of water. And the way you know you've done it is if you are swimming, and then if you press L1 or R1 to roll, and you're able to roll while underwater, then you know you've done it. So just pause the game and go to exit level, and then when you get back to the homeworld, it will have properly solidified the glitch. You can also do it in Mystic Marsh. Mystic Marsh is a bit more complicated because you've got to get up to the top level, which means you have to kill 20 enemies first, and that does take a bit of time. But simply just go to this little water tunnel bit, and then over here by these rocks there's this very, very small patch where there's just not water. Like, the game doesn't register that there's water there, and so the best way to do it is just to swim around by repeatedly pressing the X button and go back and forth, so that as soon as you drop out of the water you can start gliding immediately and glide back into it. It does take a bit of practice, but once you know exactly where it is and where to do it, then just repeatedly pressing X will work, as long as you don't hit your head on the wall, because sometimes you can get into a state where you're just standing on the bottom of the tunnel but you're not swimming. And then the other level that you can do it in is in Sunny Beach, and there's actually two ways to do it in Sunny Beach. The first one was the way I found first, which involves going to the end of the level. You have to do both turtle soup challenges in order to be able to get into that little body of water near the turtle soup challenge, because otherwise it just brings you back to the start of the challenge if you try and go in there early. And it's also best to move this turtle guy over onto the button so that the door's open, because it is possible that you could fall into that room where the door is shut and then you're trapped in there. So all you got to do is glide over to this pipe and then glide onto this wall. It is as easy as it looks. Then just glide over to this wall and then glide towards the body of water, and you should get onto the surface, but you'll still be out of bounds. So if you can just sort of move yourself out a bit, and then as soon as you start falling, start gliding and glide back into it, and you should do it. Now you could do it like that, or you can do it a much easier way that I accidentally found as I was performing this roll in air glitch in Sunny Beach, is that in this pipe right at the start of the level there is a small patch that just pulls you out of bounds for some reason, and then just do the same thing. Just slowly swim out of bounds until you start falling, and then just glide back into it. It's pretty easy. And then once you've exited the level and you've properly solidified the glitch, then you can explore pretty much every level. The only levels that I have not been able to get to is Glimmer, Idle Springs, and Colossus, because as hard as I try, I cannot find a way to maneuver myself back into that part of Summer Forest. If I could find a way to do the glitch in Idle Springs, then that would be perfect. I could get to Glimmer, Idle Springs, and Colossus then, and that would be every level covered. But I have not yet found a way to do that, and I'm not sure if anyone else has too. I might be wrong, I might just not have looked into it as thoroughly as I thought. But you can get to every level except for those three. So I hope you enjoy.